أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين شفيع ذنوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وحبيب قلوبنا أبي القاسم محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين وأصحابه المنتجبين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى قيام يوم الدين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. أما بعد، فأعظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمسابنا بأبي عبد الله الحسين، وإنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. The story of Imam Hussein could not have acquired its potency without a lion heart like Zainab accompanying him. And you would think that she has been weakened in her resolve as we see the progression of the journey into Karbala, the night of Ashura, and the events of Ashura, and how she is bewildered, perplexed, broken, defeated. But the true person within Zainab emerges as Hussein breathes his last. She arrives at the body of Hussein. Oh brother, I would never abandon your body, and you know that very well. Even if the beasts of the jungle were to tear my flesh and consume it, your sister would not abandon you. But what am I to do, O Hussein? Taking care of your orphans has tired me. Do you not see how Shimmer's whip has blackened my back? Such was Zainab when in Kufa, and the women saw Zainab and the heads of the martyrs. They began to weep. Silence, O women, she said. Your tears are not needed for my brother. By Allah, he has not left a single household amongst you, but that he has killed at least one. Do not weep for us, weep for yourselves. Such is the inner strength of Zainab that has carried the message of Hussein. I often say to myself that it was difficult for Hussein, indeed, unbearable, and we know that. It tears our hearts apart even now, after 1,400 years. It was not easy for him. But what is more difficult? To see your loved ones die and then to join them, or to see them killed brutally and then to accompany their severed heads from town to town. This was Zainab. Salama sleeps. The Prophet appears in a vision, his hair unkempt, sleeves turned. Ya Rasulullah, is the hour about to dawn upon us? Awaken, Salama. Look at the dust I gave you. She hurries and begins to see the dust turning red. Zuljana makes his way towards the tent, galloping and neighing. Kulthum, it is the steed of our brother. He may have brought some water back with him. Take news. Sakina, come with us. They rush out of the tent. Zuljana appears. Sakina speaks, O Zuljana, why does your mane drip of my father's blood? Why is the saddle turned? Why have the stirrups been cut? Zuljana, explain to me, where have you left my father? Did they give him a drop of water? Or did they behead him upon the burning thirst? Hussein's head is severed from his body. Kholi takes it away to Ibn Ziyad. When he arrives, he says to Ibn Ziyad, fill my sacks with gold and silver, for I have killed the best of man in lineage. Ibn Ziyad, had you touched his chest, you would have found it as soft as kneaded dough. This is how we crushed his chest with our horses. The soldiers plunder the body of Hussein. They cut his fingers and extract his rings. After plundering his body, they turn towards the tent. The manner in which and the ferocity with which they arrive within the tents, I read that 4 to 6 little children were killed beneath their feet. Everything was snatched. Even the mattresses upon which they slept were taken. The cloths that they tied around their waist to hold them upright were snatched. Zainab, seeing that an enemy desired to snatch her veil, ran into the wilderness. He pursued her and struck her with the knot of his spear. She falls upon her face. She awakens and sees little Sakina ahead of her. Child, awaken. Let us take news of your ailing brother. O aunt, do you have anything by which I can cover my head? Your aunt is as devoid as you are, O child, of a covering. They go back and the women are lamenting and crying, O Zainab. How they hit us and how they beat us. How they trampled upon our children. As the women lamented, there was a call, "O women, emerge from your tents and prepare for captivity." The women responded not. There was a threat, "We will set the tents ablaze." Zainab said, Umar ibn Sa'ad, give us our head coverings if you wish us to come out of the tents. Umar ibn Sa'ad ordered the tents to be set ablaze. Hamid ibn Muslim says, I saw the women and children running out of the tents as if a tasbih had been broken and its beads were being scattered upon the ground. They tripped over dead bodies and rocks and thorns. Their feet had wounds and blisters and burned. As they burnt one tent, Zainab went into another, and then another, until finally she was seen carrying Sajjad upon her back. Kulthum, let us gather the children. They went out looking for the children. They found 2 little girls in embrace of each other. As they went to awaken them, they saw that the girls had died, probably through the galloping horses. Where is Sakina, O Kulthum? Zainab is filled with anxiety. She looks towards the Alqama. Abbas, has your Sakina come to you? The Alqama is silent. She looks towards Akbar. Akbar, has your little Sakina come to you? The bodies are silent. She was drawn into the direction where the body of Hussein lay. She came to Hussein and she found Sakina in the embrace of her father. As she slowly removed Sakina, "Aunt, remove me not from my father. But it has no head. How did you know it was your father?" "Oh, aunt, when my garments caught fire, when my earrings got snatched, when the blood dripped upon my face, when I got slapped upon my face, I implored, oh Father, how have you abandoned your Sakina on such a night?" And this direction pulled me to it. Zainab gathered the orphans and the women. She said to them, "Rest around this fire, the fire that was burned from their tents." She picked up a sword and she kept guard over them. Umar ibn Sa'd learned that children had died from thirst. He summoned the wife of Hur and he said, "Take some water to Zainab." From afar, Zainab saw Hur's wife approaching. Kulthum, is that not the wife of Hur? As she approached, she said, "Sorrow on the death of Hur." Hur's wife said, "May 1,000 Hur be sacrificed for Hussein. You come at a time when we can host you not. I come with some water." As Zainab heard the name of water, she turned to Hussein. "Oh, son of my mother, how may your sister quench her thirst? When you parted with such a burning thirst." She gave it to Kulthum. Kulthum, she refused. They called little Sakina. "Oh child, come, there is water." As she heard about water, has my uncle Abbas come back from the Euphrates?